Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 18th episode of Live from the Adelphi PAC Living Room. I am once again your host, Blythe Thalong. I'm the Executive Director at the Adelphi University Performing Arts Center. It is my pleasure to have you with us for the great show that we have coming up tonight. Now, while we aren't able to have audiences in person, we are continuing to bring Adelphi's talented students, faculty, staff, alumni, and other guests to you each week as long as we can, and while we're all stuck home, basically. Tonight we have two great guests, so let's get to it. Our first guest tonight is a talented Broadway veteran who is in the midst of his 13th Broadway show when everything shut down. He's also a talented cabaret performer, as we will see shortly, so please welcome my dear friend, T. Oliver Reed.
Hello. How are you? I'm trying to figure out a way to get the drink under the mask.
I know it's very tricky. It's very tricky.
Yes, but we have to wear a mask, so it's very important.
I mean, especially those of us that keep traveling back and forth to and from the city.
Yeah, I literally have been in this. We had a little collision in the kitchen there.
It'll be all right.
I've been back in the city, I think, since March 12th, maybe 5 times.
No.
Yeah, but it's like, and that didn't happen until the end of May. But it's like it's been just trying to stay in my own space and stay healthy and stay out of the craziness as much as possible.
Right. I mean, yeah. I feel like anyone that had somewhere else to be went there. So
yes,
And
you and I had nowhere else to be. So we're still here.
I know, right? I mean, yeah. Here we go. You, of course, have been on my list of guests for the show since we started this back in April. Yeah. I am so glad that we finally are able to match up our schedules and make it work for us both to be here during our birthday week.
Yes.
Let's mention that once and then never again.
Wait, are we? But you're a year younger than me, right?
I
think you
2.
Okay. All right. Yes.
I think 2.
Yes. Yeah. This is one of those. This is one of the round numbers for me.
Yes, I know. So yeah. I am not there yet. It's right around the corner.
Enjoy
it. Yeah. Believe me. I mean, ooh, yeah. Yeah. Now we have. We got to get to the show. We can't just do this all night. Okay.
You and I could, but yeah,
I want to. I mean. Right. And we'll come back around to all that. But we have several songs for you tonight. So as I said in the beginning, we are, using this to showcase our students, our faculty, our staff, our alumni. And then we also throw in some guests here and there, but with some sort of Adelphi connection. Now yours is there's a couple things other than, just me, but is you were at Adelphi in the fall of 2015.
Yes,
with your one of your fantastic cabaret shows called "Drop Me Off in Harlem." So this first song we're going to share of yours was a song that you did in that show. Now you're not doing it in the show the way we're going to see it, but why don't you tell us a little about that "Drop Me Off in Harlem" show?
Absolutely. So that show, "Drop Me Off in Harlem," critically acclaimed. It was the idea came from
award-winning, I believe.
Award-winning, yes. I had this idea of doing something about Harlem in the 1930s, and I thought it was going to be something about the poets and the writers that were living in Harlem and during the Harlem Renaissance. And as I kept looking, I realized this. Oh wow, I saw this caricature of all of the Harlem nightclubs, and it looked like the Monopoly game board. And it's like, oh wow, this is where they're letting us know where all these clubs are. And I had the idea to, if we were in 1934 in Harlem on a Saturday night, and we were club hopping, what would that be like? Where would we go, and what would the music be like? So you go from early evening to sort of the pinnacle of what we think of as Harlem Renaissance, the Cotton Club, and then to the after hours, and then the after hours clubs as well. So Give Me a Pigfoot is a part of the after hours club section.
Perfect.
Yes.
So it's a great way to start. Now you are singing this with someone else.
I'm singing this with the lovely and talented cabaret singer, award winner Carol J. Bufford. This is actually a performance that we did at Birdland a couple years ago, but in the original show it was a solo number.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to sharing this first piece with everyone. So enjoy.
I have a special guest with me this evening who is indeed a man that I truly adore and love. I first met him, oh gosh, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago now? And last year, he's a Broadway star, and he's also done a lot of concert and cabaret work. He did this magnificent show called Drop Me Off in Harlem. He's been doing it for the last 2 years, I think. And it is just one of the best shows I've ever seen. When he brings it back to New York, you should all run and see it. It is divine. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. T. Oliver Reed. Last night he didn't have a microphone. We just shared, which was kind of nice. I got to get all close to him, you know. So in this magnificent show, Drop Me Off in Harlem, that T did, he sang a song that I absolutely love and also do in one of my shows. It's a Bessie Smith tune. So we wanted to sing it for you tonight. All right.
You like to hear it?
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
Oh. I mean,
so the scary thing is, I don't think I've listened to that since the night we did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like they're like, I'll like anytime I make a video and post it somewhere, I listen to like the first like 15 seconds. And I'm like, okay,
yeah, okay.
And then it's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Well, hopefully you didn't discover anything terrible in.
I did not. I discovered. I did mute a little bit of it. I'm not going to lie. Listening to myself is is worrisome. But
Sure.
I did listen to the beginning and the end, and I found that there were some enjoyable moments to be had in those portions. Yes.
But, I mean, that's all you can hope for, right? I mean, what I love about all the videos that you sent it was just like watching them this afternoon was just a tour of like places that I wish I was right now instead.
Uh-huh.
You know, like even the little weird basement theater they added to the bottom of the underneath Birdland. You know, it's like
I love that little theater though. I mean, it's
really great. Yeah,
being upstairs is wonderful, and that room and sort of the closeness, the proximity of all the audience is really lovely. But downstairs is really pretty special as well. And it was one of those things like when you first go in there, you're like, oh, okay, it's going to be fine. And then when you actually start making music there, it's like, this is actually really lovely.
Yeah. It's a really great little room. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I love, as we talked about, you have done a ton of cabaret shows. We're showing pieces from a bunch of different places, a bunch of different rooms around town. And but as I mentioned earlier, you were doing your 13th, correct? 13th Broadway show.
13, yes. Hades
a little show called Hadestown, right?
Yes.
You know, that little thing right after the little show, you know, Once on This Island. So you had, you know, a rough few years there. But
it's honestly really interesting because I think you know this, like right after I graduated from University of North Carolina School of the Arts, my first job was the second national tour of Once on This Island.
Right, of the original, right? Yeah.
So I left to do that. So the idea of, you know, this full circle moment of coming back and doing it again on Broadway was pretty amazing. And for both that show and for Once on This Island and for Hadestown, it's like, I knew that I was going to be doing the shows. And like with Once on This Island, there were 3 or 4 different workshops that they did before the final workshop before we came to Broadway. And I did none of them. And still I was like, I'm going to be doing the show without a doubt.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to wind up doing this. Yeah, of course. It's so great. It's great. And you wound up as dance captain on both of them as well, right?
Somehow, yes.
Because that makes sense.
Well, you know, honestly, it does. When you look at it from the outside, you're like, okay, so he's dance captaining. Okay, fine. But when you realize that both of the choreographers are from outside of the Broadway world and they come from contemporary dance, and honestly, I think a lot of the reason that it made sense to me was because of my years when we were at NCSA and the amount of time that I spent watching those contemporary dance classes and everything. Right. Like I kind of had an idea of what was going to be needed, and to be able to sort of bridge that gap between Broadway jargon and modern dance or contemporary dance jargon, it seemed like the right fit. And also for me, it's like, you know, it's like, unless I'm, you know, I'm going to be over the title or something, being on stage 8 shows a week has lost its luster a little bit to me. I'm not going to lie. So the idea of being able to like be backstage, make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and also then, you know, cover a multitude of things. Like if I were on stage 8 shows a week at Hadestown, I wouldn't be covering both Hades and Hermes. So for me, it's like to be able to do both of those and to go back and forth has been amazing. Yeah,
absolutely. It really is a whole different job and a whole different set of everything, because you're not just doing the same thing every day, and you're able to. It's completely different. And
Hadestown, because of the pandemic and because of us missing the Tonys this year, is the longest title holder of Best Musical in Broadway history.
Yeah, well,
because we've not had another Tony Awards ceremony yet. So I think we have to go in the Guinness Book of World Records or something for that.
I feel like they should hold on to that and start promoting that when they come back. Like
somebody's got to do it. Yes.
You know, I mean, you're going to be promoting everything you possibly can to bring things back. So, but back to tonight. So we have we're going to show 2 more songs right now, back to back. Why don't you tell us about both of these?
Oh, both of these. Well, one of these is a Noel Coward, and it's the most poignant of lyrics and simple and true and And one of the loveliest songs I've ever heard and ever had the opportunity to sing, "If Love Were All." And then the second is one of the Stephen Sondheim juggernaut of songs that's a part of what will be a part of the upcoming revival of Company on Broadway, normally sung by Bobby Bobby, this time sung by Bobby Bobbie. But it's the same sentiment with Being Alive.
It's and both great songs, and again another one from a nightclub, and one from a virtual show, a virtual fundraiser you've been a part of during the break here. So please enjoy a couple more songs from the fantastic T. Oliver Reed.
I believe in doing what I can, in crying when I must, in laughing when I choose. Hey ho, if love were all, I should be lonely. I believe the more you love a man, the more you give your trust, the more you're bound to lose. Although when shadows fall, I think if only somebody splendid really, someone affectionate and dear, cares would be ended if I knew that he wanted to have me. But I believe that since my life began, the most I've had is just the talent to amuse. Hey ho, if love were all, hey ho, if love were all, I should be lonely. Although when shadows fall, I think if only somebody splendid really needed me, someone affectionate and dear, cares would be ended if I knew that he wanted to have me near. But I believe that since my life began, the most I've had is just a talent to run. Hey ho, if love were all, hey ho, if love were all.
this whole thing of, again, I was reading, because I read every once in a while, that someone said that you should try and make yourself happy as opposed to making the other person in the relationship happy, and then you come together and you feed off of that happiness from each other. Which is not the thing that we're taught most of the time, but something new for us. Someone to hold me too close. Someone to hurt me too deep. Someone to sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware. Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive. Being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used. Carry my days alone. He's alone, not alive. Somebody ground me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody let me come through. I'll always be there as bright as you. Help us survive. Being alive. Being alive. Being
Great. As always.
Thank you, Blythe.
Welcome back.
And that was at the smaller room, the downstairs room at Birdland.
Birdland again, too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I know.
Well,
Now,
I was gonna say, well, that song is a part of my Bobby Short show, and we originally had "And Marry Me a Little," which was the original song that Stephen Sondheim had in Company, and it's a beautiful song. And I kept trying to make it work in the show, and it's like, why are we trying to make this song work when Sondheim himself removed it from the musical, so we moved it back to being alive.
I mean, yeah, it's good.
It's good stuff.
I like it. Now we have one more song coming from you at the end of the show.
Yes.
But before we move on and move away from you, I want to talk about a project that you have been keeping yourself very busy with during this break and probably before. I mean, I think this was in the works earlier. Is you are one of the co-founders of the Black Theater Coalition.
Yes.
So tell us a little about this organization, what you're up to, and how people can get involved.
Absolutely. Well, so Black Theater Coalition .org is the website, and we've been working on this for about a year now. Warren Adams, who's one of the co-founders, and we started sitting down and having coffee dates last, I guess, spring of 2019, and talking through some ideas that I initially had, and then realizing that what we had was something special and very necessary for theater across this country. The mission of the organization is to remove the illusion of inclusion in the American theater and to provide a sustainable roadmap that will allow Black professionals to work in this business in an ecosystem that is based on equity.
Right, and that it's not just about the people out front.
Oh no. Yeah, this is about
Yeah.
everyone. Again, when you hear the words "the illusion of inclusion," you see the people who are working on stage. You see the cast of Ain't Too Proud or Hamilton or even Hadestown. He's like, oh my gosh, there are plenty of people of color who are working on Broadway. But then when you start to look in your playbill and look down the list of people who actually also make Broadway happen, you talk producers. Well, you talk theater owners, producers, general managers, company managers, directors, choreographers, all the designers, all the areas that stem off of the designers, including PR, casting, marketing, everything. And there are less than 1% of Black professionals working in those areas. So we want to make sure that over the next decade, we can increase the number of Black professionals working by 500%.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I am going to encourage everyone to go to the website, find out more, sign up for your newsletter and your mailing list. That probably is the best way for folks to get involved in this and find out more about you as this continues to grow and as you add resources and all of this to this great cause and the great program that you're working on, because you're absolutely right. It's one thing to see some change on the face, but there's a lot more work to be done behind the scenes. So
absolutely, and this is I work on Broadway. Warren works on Broadway, so that's where we are starting. But this is also about every theater across this country, and for young people across the country to see faces that look like theirs working at all of those regional theaters, all of those little theaters, and helping them when they get the spark of theater magic to know that there are possibilities and there are opportunities and jobs that are available.
Right, exactly. That's a path as well that folks can take. So it's really great, and I love that you're using this time to spend even more effort on that now that you've got a little free time on your hands. Although I'm sure it doesn't feel like you have as much free time as you should.
I'm working. I feel like I'm working at least as hard as I work when I'm in a show, but without the check being deposited every week.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's a real good time for a lot of folks. So
yeah.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to share some of your music with us, to be here on the show. Thank you once again, everyone. Please visit blacktheatercoalition.org and also take the time to dig up more of T. Oliver Reed's music. If you just do a simple search on wherever you get your music these days, he has a solo album out. He's also, you can hear him on the original cast recordings of a whole bunch of things, not just Hadestown and Once on This Island that we've already talked about, but The Wedding Singer, Thoroughly Modern Millie, and a few other ones, right? So so there's more back there, and so, but also then some more of his solo work, and dig around on YouTube and find more videos and all that kind of thing.
There are lots of them out. Apparently.
Exactly, right? I mean, you've been very busy outside of the time in theater shows to be in dingy basements and share your music with everyone there.
First of all, that was a private story I told you that you weren't supposed to share that with the people.
I added the share your music part so that it wasn't that story. It was a different story.
True. Very true.
I'm trying to be good and professional. We'll see.
Yes. First of all, we've known each other since we were
younger,
19, 20-ish in that area. Yes, it's for several years. Yes.
It's been a while. So but I think this went okay. I don't think this is going to be the one that gets me fired. So
I hope not.
Yeah, it should work. It should work out. Well, good to see you.
I do have the strippers in the corner waiting. So if that's too much, we won't even go.
No, that's why I'm not using the wide shot with you. We're staying close.
Yes.
I don't know what else is going on in your
always on your toes, Blythe Day Long. Always on your toes. Yes.
Ready. But we do have one more song from you at the end, but we're not going to see you then. So this is it. And thank you again so much for being here. I really appreciate it a lot. Tim.
I look forward to doing it again soon.
Absolutely. See you soon. And if you are interested in being a guest on a future show and are an Adelphi student, faculty member, staff member, alumni of the university, please take a moment, reach out to us, send us an email. We would love to have you on an upcoming show. We are going to be doing this through the fall every week. I'm skipping Labor Day, but other than that, we'll be here every week for the rest of the semester. As things get busier throughout the university, we will have even more to share with you every week. So please, if you want to be a part of that, take a moment and send us an email. I also encourage everyone to visit Adelphi's website. We are starting our new semester in just 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today, actually. So things are going to get a lot busier around Adelphi. And as much as we have students in person and we have some activities on campus, a lot of our semester is still going to be online and remote, like everyone. In addition to this show, we will be having performances from our dance, music, and theater students, as well as guest artists. But the university is also hosting a lot of lectures and other events. They still are continuing their micro classes, their Experience Adelphi classes through the fall semester. Those have been really popular all summer. So I encourage everyone to take the time to check that website, keep checking it. It's going to be updated, and there's a lot of exciting things to come from Adelphi in the fall. Speaking of Adelphi and our other guests, so as we are moving on to our next guest tonight, who is a graduate of the Department of Music. He has an album of music that is already out with his band, and another one coming out very soon. He is from the class of 2012 of the Department of Music, and he is joined with his wife, Allison. So please welcome Taylor Ackley.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. And I am doing this for you guys because you're both there and we want to see you both. So
Wonderful.
hello. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's really fun. I've enjoyed watching the videos in preparation for this that we're going to share tonight. So I'm looking forward to sharing them with everyone. Now, how has your summer been going? How are you guys doing? How is everything where you are?
Well, kind of lots of wonderful things and lots of difficult things, I think, like everybody. We actually got married a month ago tomorrow.
Oh, congratulations.
So we're
Thank you.
newlyweds. Though typically right now we'd be really busy doing lots of performances with our group, the Deep Roots Ensemble, which we run together. And normally our summers are filled with playing at folk music festivals,
Sure.
putting on concerts, and then we're, like you said, just getting ready to release a new album. So it's been strange doing all of that remotely, but it's given us a chance to work on a lot of duo stuff, which is something we've wanted to do for a while. So tonight is a great example of some of the stuff we're working on.
Great, which is everything we're going to see is some performances you put together. I feel like specifically for this show,
Yep.
Even though they're pre-recorded, just to make sure everything worked right and sounded good and all of that. But so why don't you tell us about the first song that we're going to hear this evening?
So the first number is called When the Last Drop Hits the Ground, and it's going to be on our new album. That album's called Hard Tellin'. And how many people were on the album? It's like 12?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
So
Big
it's a
group.
big, huge ensemble with French horns and trombones, cellos, and vibraphone solo. So it's this big, huge sound. But we thought it would be really fun to pare it down into just a duo version. And Allison sings lead on it. So this is one of my original songs, I should say that. And yeah, anything you wanted to add to that?
No, it's a really fun song. I love singing it. And I mean, it's exciting. It's a fast one. So
Excellent. Good. Well, I'm looking forward to sharing this first one with everyone. So this is once again When the Last Drop Hits the Ground, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm, that's
Great. From your upcoming album, and enjoy.
ground, I'll be gone. Oh, can't you hear the wind howling across the valley? Can't you hear the whistle crying out in song? Can't you see my sorrow as it goes out? When the last drop hits the ground, I'll be gone. When the last drop hits the ground, I'll be gone. When the last drop hits the ground, I'll be gone. I'll be gone.
That was really lovely, really lovely.
Thank you.
And it's hard to believe that was meant to be with a bigger group. It sounded really great with just the two of you. So
Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
yeah, I love that. It was really fun and nice, and I look forward to hearing the bigger version. When do you think or do you know that the new album's coming out?
We haven't officially announced the release, but it's going to be this September.
Oh,
So
great.
pretty soon here.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's excellent. And that's the Deep Roots Ensemble, the whole whole group, right? Great.
Yeah.
Excellent. So now we have another song from the two of you. So tell us about the next one up.
Sure. So this one is a song called Footprints in the Snow. And it's a really nice one that Taylor and I have done for a while. We actually learned it from his grandpa, who's a really amazing folk musician.
That's fun.
Plays about 1 million instruments and sings. So it's really fun. It's been fun over the past, I don't know, we've been together for 6 years or something. So I've really gotten to know his grandfather and gotten to know this music. So this song is, I guess, the most famous recording is Bill Monroe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Bill Monroe, the bluegrass musician, father bluegrass. He has the most famous recording, and it's it's just a really beautiful song about, I don't know, it's kind of a love story, sort of.
Yeah, it's a love story about a man who is courting a young woman, and she gets lost in the woods, and he finds her because there's a little bit of snow on the ground,
Right.
so he can trace her footprints.
Okay.
Another kind of fun thing, I'm playing a little bit of an unusual instrument
Okay.
on this one, which is a mandola. It's played like a mandolin, but it's tuned a little bit lower, like a viola.
Okay.
We really like to use that instrument when we're doing duo stuff. My main instrument is the mandolin, but when it's just two of us, the mandolin and the cello are kind of far apart in range. And so by getting that mandola sound, we're a little bit tighter. And so it's kind of a fun space between a guitar and a mandolin. So we thought we'd use that on this one.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, here is Footprints in the Snow.
summertime, they can walk about. Strolling through the meadow greens, it's pleasant, there's no doubt. But give me the wintertime when snow's on the ground, or flounder when the snow's on the ground. I trace little footprints in the snow. I found little footprints in the snow. I bless that happy day when Nellie lost her way, or found her when the snow is on the ground. I went out to see her, it was a big round moon. Her mother said she just stepped out, though be returning soon. I found her little footprints and I traced them in the snow. Oh, I found her when the snow was on the ground. I called her and she saw me, and as we walked on home, she promised that without me, she never more would roam. Now she's made me happy since I made her my wife. So I found her when the snow was on the ground. I traced the little footprints in the snow. I found the little footprints in the snow. I bless that happy day when Nellie lost her way, for I found her when the snow was on the ground. Now she's up in heaven, she's with the angel band. I know I'm gonna meet her when I reach the promised land. But every time the snow falls, it brings back memories. For I found her when the snow's on the ground. I trace her little footprints in the snow. I found her little footprints in the snow. I bless that happy day when Nellie lost her way, for I found her when the snow was on the ground.
Another great piece. So lovely. I love that song.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what I'm like. Oh, wait, I know this song. Yeah. I've heard this song a million times. Yeah.
It's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys sound so great together, and I'm so happy that you found an excuse to do something with just the two of you, and to make this stuff work that way too, because it really sounds good. Now, the last song we're going to share of your guys is off of your existing album, off your first album, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The first album was called Songs from the Bitterroot, and in that project, and really the whole ensemble is about merging classical chamber music with American folk music. And so there's a lot of fun things that we can do with those combinations. This one featured French horn and violin, saxophone on the original recording, along with kind of a rhythm section, and of course Allison playing the cello and me singing. So again, it was a fun thing to pare it down just to kind of the essential ingredients and really focus on the story. So this is another one that I wrote. It's called Four Stone Walls.
Fantastic. Enjoy.
But I won't begrudge the man who's built himself a sturdy home. For though he sits in comfort as his sons grow tall, he'll never see the world through four stone walls. You'll never see the world through four stone walls. A dry crust of bread never tasted so sweet as the one that curbs your hunger when you're living on your feet. And the feast of a rich man won't fill me at all, 'cause it all tastes like dust in those four stone walls. It all tastes like dust in those four stone walls. Four stone walls cannot hold what I desire, and my soul isn't warmed by the mantle fire. Now that you're gone, they mean nothing at all. There's nothing left for me in those four stone walls. There's nothing left for me in those four stone walls. I once had a stone house as nice as you'd find, but I'm sure you remember, 'cause you left it behind. So I let the fire die, darling, once and for all. There's nothing left for me in those four stone walls. There's nothing left for me in those four stone walls. Four stone walls cannot hold what I desire, and my soul isn't warmed by the mantle fire. Now that you're gone, they mean nothing at all. I'll never find you inside a four stone wall. I'll never find you inside a four stone wall.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
once again. So that's great. Thank you so much for putting these together for us and sharing your music and talking a little bit about each of the songs. Again, as with Tim, I encourage everyone. I feel the best way to find your music is just do a quick search of anywhere that you get your music for Taylor Ackley or Taylor Ackley and the Deep Roots Ensemble. And you will find their first album. You will soon find their second album. You'll find videos of performances you guys have done around and poke around and find out more about your music. So I definitely encourage everyone to do that. I will be doing that a little bit later tonight. And
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you again for joining us. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Allison, for being here as well and joining Taylor.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And congratulations again on your 1 month-ish anniversary.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. So good to see you.
Absolutely. Good to see you. Take care. And thank you again.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
And thank all of you for watching again this week. We have had another great show. I really appreciate you being here. It is a joy and pleasure every week to get to share all of this music with you, and I hope you enjoy it as well. As I mentioned, we have one more performance from T. Oliver Reed to close out the show tonight. I am looking forward to seeing everyone again next week. We've got a great lineup of guests coming up over the next few weeks before we take a quick break for Labor Day and then start right back up again all fall. So please take a moment to like us on Facebook so you know when our shows are coming. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel and all those other various social media things. Please stay safe and enjoy Here's to Life from T. Oliver Reed.
So this song is Here's to Life. No complaints, no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. And I have learned that all you give is all you get. So give it all you've got. I've had my share, I drank my fill, and even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road beyond the hill and do it all again. So here's to life and all the joy it brings. Here's to life, the dreamers and the dreams. Funny how time just flies, how love can go from warm hellos to sad goodbyes and leave you with the memories you memorized to keep your winters warm. Oh, and there's no yes in yesterday,
and who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away. As long as I'm still in this game, I want to play. For laughs, for love, for life. So here's to life and all the joy it brings. So here's to life, the dreamers and the dreams. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good gets better. So here's to life, here's to love, and here's to you. And there's no yes in yesterday. Who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away. As long as I'm still in this game, I want to play for love, for love. So here's to life and all the joy it brings. So here's to life, the dreamers and the dreams. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to love, here's to life, here's to you. Here's to love, here's to life, here's to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.